Preston Roberts, and he's actually out here at Horace Kephart Days, getting ready to set up his teepee.
Yes, sir.
And so now, Native told me a little bit about your history and some of your claim to fame.
The world of the mountain men is unforgiving, where survival demands resilience, skill, and a profound connection to nature, qualities embodied by Preston Roberts, whose life was a testament to friendship, devotion, and living in harmony with the land. His decades at Turtle Island Preserve not only shaped a sanctuary for wilderness education, but also posed timeless questions.
My name's Preston Roberts, and I've been living out in the woods for a long time, most of my adult life, and so I do a lot of stuff with that. I'm on the board of directors of Turtle Island Preserve.
In a modern world obsessed with convenience, why do stories of rugged simplicity still captivate us? How do deep bonds, like Preston's with Eustace Conway, sustain us amid isolation and hardship? And what does it truly mean to live authentically when faced with nature's relentless challenges? Preston's legacy challenges us to reflect on our own relationship with the environment, community, and purpose, reminding us that even in solitude, human connection and respect for the earth remain essential to a meaningful life. On July 24, 2017, Preston Roberts passed away at the age of 60. His death was not sudden, but the result of a fierce, relentless enemy, an inoperable liver tumor. In the weeks leading to his passing, the cancer took away the flow of oxygen and blood, causing his body to shut down. Though Preston fought bravely, the disease won its cruel battle. The Mountain Men, lives of legacy and loss. Preston was more than a cast member on the History Channel's Mountain Men. He was a visionary, a craftsman of community, and a steadfast guardian of tradition. As the co-founder of the Turtle Island Preserve, an outdoor education camp nestled deep in the mystical Blue Ridge Mountains, Preston's legacy is etched into every rock, tree, and trail that winds through that sacred land. The buildings he helped create, rough-hewn cabins and sturdy lodges, still stand as monuments to his passion, while the ceremonies he led echo in the hearts of those fortunate enough to have experienced them. The misty mountain air seems to carry his spirit, a quiet reminder that his influence will forever permeate Turtle Island. When news of Preston's passing broke, it sent shockwaves through the Mountain Men community and beyond. Eustace Conway, Preston's best friend for over 35 years and fellow mountain man, took to Facebook with a heart-wrenching post. He didn't just mourn the loss of a friend, he mourned a brother. Preston's constant loyal support and inspiration were the best thing I've ever had, Eustace wrote, his words heavy with grief, but also wrapped in profound gratitude for the kindness shown by friends, family, and fans worldwide. In that moment, the Mountain Men's Brotherhood revealed its true strength, a circle of unwavering support amid heartbreak. In the weeks following Preston's death, a powerful wave of support poured in from across the globe. A GoFundMe campaign was launched, not only to help his family cover mounting medical bills and a heartfelt memorial service, but also to repair their humble home's leaking roof, because even in grief, practical needs must be met. Over 25,000 people contributed, raising more than $110,000, an extraordinary outpouring that reflected the deep respect and love held for Preston by strangers and fans alike. This generosity symbolized more than financial assistance. It was a collective embrace, a shared promise to carry forward Preston's spirit. To honor his memory, a scholarship was established to support the Turtle Island Preserve's summer camp, a living tribute to Preston's devotion to teaching others how to live close to the earth.
Turtle Island welcomes everyone to spend some time in nature for a day of living, learning, and lore. We call it Families Learning Together.
This fund ensures that his passion for imparting skills, wisdom, and reverence for nature continues through new generations, keeping the flame alive. Turtle Island Preserve's tribute captures his essence perfectly. He was as practical as he was creative. always finding a way to build a bridge over any abyss, crafting works as beautiful as they were strong. His hands shaped more than wood and stone. They shaped a community and a way of life. Preston's family was the heart of his world. He married Kathleen in 1975, and together they raised 3 sons in the quiet, rugged beauty of Wilkes County. Their 40th wedding anniversary in 2015 was celebrated not just as a milestone, but as a testament to a partnership built on love, respect, and shared dreams. Preston often spoke fondly of Kathleen, saying, "Beside every good man is a good woman, and that she is." Their love story was woven into the fabric of his life and work. Before dedicating himself fully to the mountains, Preston was a devoted art teacher. For 25 years, he shaped young minds in Wilkes County schools, twice earning the prestigious Teacher of the Year award. His influence stretched far beyond art classrooms. He shared his knowledge of nature, survival, and creativity with anyone willing to learn. Through painting, sculpture, and wilderness skills, Preston nurtured a holistic vision, one that blended the artistic with the practical, the spiritual with the earthly. Though Preston's physical presence is no longer with us, his impact remains vivid and enduring. Through his art, his teachings, and the countless lives he touched, he continues to live on. In every corner of Turtle Island, and in the hearts of the mountain community that mourns him deeply. Absolutely. Here's the expanded version of the Jason Hawk chapter with an additional 250 words, adding more emotional depth, vivid storytelling, and flow. Jason Hawk, a life forged in fire and family. The Mountain Men family faced another profound loss on January 28, 2025. Jason Hawk, beloved for his quiet strength and masterful craftsmanship, passed away after a courageous battle with cancer. At just 49 years old, Jason's departure sent shockwaves through fans and friends who admired not only his survival skills, but his warmth, humility, and unyielding spirit. Jason's fight with cancer began in late 2020, marking the start of a grueling journey defined by resilience and determination. Despite undergoing aggressive chemotherapy and multiple surgeries, the disease proved merciless. In February 2024, Jason was rushed to Mercy Hospital in Fort Smith, Arkansas, suffering from severe dehydration and excruciating stomach pain. What had first appeared to be a routine stomach bug quickly revealed itself as a devastating recurrence of cancer, now spreading aggressively to his lungs, liver, lymph nodes, and abdomen. Through every trial, Jason's wife Mary courageously shared their family's journey with the community. She revealed how Jason's body was battered by illness, yet his spirit remained unbroken. If he can regain his strength, he will have a fighting chance at recovery, she wrote during some of their darkest days, words filled with hope amid heartbreak. Despite their fierce hope, the cancer was relentless. Choosing dignity and comfort, Jason spent his final months at home in the serene Arkansas Ozarks. Surrounded by Mary and their children, the wilderness that had shaped his entire life became a sanctuary for his last days, a place where the whisper of the wind through pine trees, the soft rustling of leaves, and the gentle flow of streams offered him solace and peace. It was here, in the embrace of nature, that Jason found moments of quiet reflection and strength.
Desert's not exactly known for lush green soil or an abundance of livestock or game. The sustenance living in a place with such limited resources.
TV personality, he was a devoted husband, father, and artisan whose hands shaped more than blades. They forged legacies. His work at Outlaw Forge Works embodied the timeless spirit of traditional craftsmanship, breathing life into tools that carried stories of endurance, survival, and artistry from generations past into the present day. Each blade he forged was more than just metal. It was a symbol of perseverance, artistry, and the unbreakable human spirit. Jason was raised in a family steeped in creativity and adventure. His mother, an artist and equine therapist, and his father, a former Army Special Forces instructor turned carpenter and artist, nurtured his diverse talents and deep love for the natural world. Taking the name Hawk in honor of his father's skydiving days and their shared fearless spirit, Jason embraced the mountain life with passion and dedication. From 2016 to 2021, Jason starred on Mountain Men for 4 seasons, often accompanied by his family. Together, they demonstrated how to raise children in the remote wilderness using primitive skills and age-old survival techniques. His influence helped popularize a lifestyle rooted in resilience, simplicity, and a profound respect for the land. A lifestyle that resonated deeply with many yearning for a return to basics and a more authentic connection with nature. Jason's story is one of grit, grace, and unwavering courage. Even as cancer ravaged his body, he maintained his trademark humor, humility, and kindness, inspiring all who knew him. His legacy lives on, not just in the blades he forged or the survival skills he taught, but in the community he helped build and the countless lives he touched. To fans and wilderness enthusiasts around the world, Jason Hawk remains an enduring symbol of strength, courage, and the unyielding spirit of the mountain man. Eustace Conway, battling more than nature. Eustace Conway's name is synonymous with the mountains. A legend who left behind suburban comforts at just 17, Eustace embraced the wild with open arms. His feats include hiking the entire Appalachian Trail and claiming a record horseback journey across the United States, a testament to his unbreakable bond with nature. Turtle Island, his sprawling 1,000-acre preserve in the Blue Ridge Mountains, has long served as a sanctuary for learning, survival, and reverence for the earth.
Today we are at Turtle Island. We are up here at Eustace Conway's place, and we are visiting a fun event called Families Learning Together.
Yet, Eustace's battles extended beyond the wilderness. In 2012, the preserve faced significant legal challenges that threatened its very existence. Authorities forced Turtle Island to close public access after citing violations of building and health codes, a blow that tested Eustace's resilience and resolve. The fight that followed would take him beyond the forest trails and into courtrooms and the public spotlight. In December 2012, amid mounting tensions, Eustace was arrested on charges of trespassing on a neighbor's property. Margaret Palms, his neighbor, accused him of repeatedly crossing her land, even tying her gate shut and posting warning signs. The conflict over property lines escalated into a bitter legal battle, filled with accusations and public scrutiny. Despite the arrest, Eustace stood firm, refusing to back down. His lawyer counseled silence, but the dispute drew the attention of lawmakers. Responding to the controversy, the North Carolina General Assembly passed a law exempting primitive structures from certain modern building codes. This legislative victory ensured that Eustace and others devoted to traditional living could preserve their way of life without compromising their values. Born on September 15, 1961, Eustace Conway has lived a life defined by perseverance and passion. From his early days leaving home to live primitively, to becoming a naturalist, teacher, and television personality, he has remained steadfast in his mission. Turtle Island stands as a living testament to his vision, a green oasis amid a world of highways and pavement. Though Eustace's signature buckskins have been replaced by jeans and t-shirts, his message remains clear and powerful. His life is a fusion of ancient wisdom and modern reality. He teaches survival skills, harvests firewood with time-honored techniques, and inspires countless people to reconnect with the earth. Eustace Conway's story is one of passion, struggle, and an unyielding desire to protect a threatened way of life. A mountain man fighting battles far beyond the wild. Rumors spread fast in the mountain men community, and none more persistent than those surrounding Tom Orr. Many whispered online that Tom had passed away, but those whispers are false. Tom Orr, the rugged trapper from the Yak Valley of northwest Montana, is alive and well. His 81st birthday was recently celebrated with family, including his sister-in-law, Connie Orr.
Nancy wants him away from the house so she can set up for his surprise birthday party,
who shared first-hand proof of his health and spirit. Tom may face the hardships of the mountain life, the broken snowmobile, walking to check traps on foot, but he continues to live the life he loves. Tom was born in 1943 in Rockford, Illinois. Raised in a family deeply connected to the American West, his father was a performer in Wild West shows, a legacy that deeply influenced Tom's path. Growing up immersed in frontier culture, Tom developed skills and values that shaped his rugged lifestyle. For nearly 50 years, Tom and his wife Nancy have lived far from modern conveniences, surviving by trapping, tanning hides, and crafting primitive goods. He stands tall and strong at 6 feet, carrying the weight of decades in the wilderness. Despite the rumors, Tom Orr remains a living legend, a man who has dedicated his life to the traditions of the mountain and the self-reliant spirit that defines the mountain men. The lives and legacies of mountain men beyond the wilderness. Tom Orr's story is one of grit, tradition, and transformation. His journey began not in the solitude of Montana's wild mountains, but in the bustling, adrenaline-filled world of rodeo. For over 2 decades, Tom honed his skills as a bronc rider, mastering the difficult and dangerous art of taming wild horses. This wasn't just a sport, it was a test of courage, balance, and willpower. Traveling throughout the Midwest, from Michigan's rolling fields to Missouri's vast plains, Tom lived a life on the edge, facing animals that could weigh over 1,000 pounds and burst with raw, unpredictable energy. What made Tom unique wasn't just his talent, but his resilience. Even when his father and brother quit the rodeo show, Tom's passion didn't waver. From the tender age of 3, he dreamed of bull riding, a dream that stayed with him through every fall and every triumph. When he was about 10, a key moment came when Jerry Partlow, the rodeo company's owner, started running a steer for Tom to ride during shows. This was the spark that ignited a lifelong bond with the rodeo world and eventually set him on a path few could imagine, from rodeo cowboy to Montana mountain man. But Tom's story is not just about physical toughness, it's about deep respect for nature and a yearning for simplicity. After retiring from the high-stakes world of rodeo, Tom and his wife Nancy made a life-changing decision. They left behind the chaos of society for the peace and quiet of the remote Yak River Valley in northwestern Montana. This rugged, isolated landscape offered them something far more valuable than fame or fortune, a chance to live self-sufficiently, in harmony with the land. In this vast wilderness, Tom became a master craftsman. Using traditional Native American tanning methods, he painstakingly created buckskin clothing and other handmade goods, preserving skills that were nearly lost to time. These weren't just crafts. They were a connection to the past, a tribute to generations who had lived off the land long before modern life took over. The couple's log cabin, built over 40 years ago, stood as a testament to their enduring commitment to this way of life. In 2012, this unique lifestyle caught the attention of the History Channel's Mountain Men, and Tom, along with Nancy, became some of the show's original cast members. Over 8 seasons, viewers saw not just the beauty of Montana's wild landscapes, but the day-to-day struggles and triumphs of a couple dedicated to living on their own terms. Tom was one of only 12 main cast members in the show's history, and his presence symbolized the heart of what the series was about: resilience, tradition, and survival. However, living in such isolation is not without its hardships. By season 11, Tom faced serious health challenges, shortness of breath, and fluid accumulation in his lungs due to a weakened heart. These issues forced a difficult choice: continue the rugged mountain life or step back. Ultimately, Tom decided to leave Mountain Men, a decision that saddened many fans but highlighted the reality that even legends must sometimes adapt. After decades in the wilderness near the Idaho border, Tom and Nancy moved to Florida. The drastic change from snow-capped mountains to the sunny coast was a profound adjustment. They openly discussed how different life felt after 35 years of solitude. Despite the change, Tom's legacy on the show and in the wilderness community remains strong. Celebrity net worth estimates place Tom's wealth at around $200,000, with earnings from mountain men estimated at $15,000 per episode. While these numbers might seem modest compared to Hollywood stars, they reflect a life lived far from commercial excess, grounded instead in authenticity. Kyle Bell, the quiet strength of a mountain man. Another unforgettable figure from Mountain Men is Kyle Bell, whose life embodies the rugged spirit of the American West. Born in October 1957 in New Mexico, Kyle was raised without the comforts of modern technology. His upbringing was a throwback to simpler times, where survival skills like fire-making, tracking, and hunting were essential life lessons. From an early age, Kyle embraced the cowboy lifestyle, mastering bronc riding and developing a deep connection to the land. Kyle's story is especially compelling because it blends the traditional with the modern in a way that feels genuine and heartfelt. He was not just a survivalist, but a father committed to passing down his knowledge. His son, Ben, joined him on the show at the age of 10, creating a powerful narrative of family, mentorship, and legacy. Together, they navigated the harsh wilderness of New Mexico's Cimarron Valley, teaching viewers the importance of respect for nature and ethical hunting. One of the show's most memorable moments came during Kyle's encounter with a black bear. After successfully hunting a deer for food, Kyle was confronted by the powerful predator. Armed with only a single-shot rifle, he managed to scare the bear away, but stayed awake all night, guarding his meat and horses. This tense scene perfectly encapsulated the constant battle between man and nature, a balance of respect, courage, and survival instinct. Kyle's solo mule deer hunt was another highlight, showcasing his patience and skill as he tracked a wounded animal through dense brush until nightfall. These moments weren't just thrilling television. They were real-life lessons in endurance, precision, and the ethics of hunting for sustenance. After his time on Mountain Men ended in 2016, Kyle and Ben turned their focus to education, launching Survival Sense, an online platform designed to revive practical wilderness skills for a new generation. They created instructional videos on firecraft, shelter building, navigation, and hunting, aiming to make these essential skills accessible and family-friendly. However, by 2025, the website and YouTube channel had gone silent, leaving fans to wonder what happened to the father-son duo. This silence has fueled speculation. Some worry about Kyle's well-being, others believe he chose to retreat even further from public life, embracing the ultimate mountain man ethos, living deeply off the grid, away from cameras and modern distractions. Whatever the case, Kyle Bell's influence continues to resonate, inspiring those who dream of a life connected to nature's rhythms. Since its debut in 2012, Mountain Men has grown into a cultural phenomenon spanning 13 seasons. The show chronicles the lives of men and women who reject modern convenience to embrace harsh, often brutal environments. From Montana's snowy peaks to North Carolina's swamps, each cast member shares a profound connection to their land and a fierce commitment to survival. What makes the series so compelling isn't just the survival skills or the stunning landscapes, it's the human stories at its core. Viewers are drawn to the raw, unfiltered reality of these individuals' lives. They face brutal winters, unpredictable wildlife, isolation, and physical challenges that test the limits of endurance and spirit. Yet, beneath this harsh exterior lies a universal truth: the search for freedom, purpose, and simplicity. The cast members come from diverse backgrounds and philosophies, but they all share one unshakable belief: that a life stripped down to its essentials can offer profound meaning. Whether it's Tom Orr's mastery of ancient tanning techniques, Kyle Bell's patient mentorship of his son, or others' unique approaches to wilderness living, Mountain Men offers a window into a world many viewers only dream of. The show also sparks important conversations about conservation, ethics, and the relationship between humans and the environment. By portraying hunting not as sport but as sustenance, emphasizing sustainable living, and honoring traditional skills, Mountain Men challenges viewers to reconsider modern lifestyles and values. Is Mountain Men worth the hype? The impact of Mountain Men goes beyond entertainment. It taps into a deep cultural longing for connection to nature, to heritage, and to a more authentic way of life. The show's blend of adventure, survival, and heartfelt human stories has created a devoted fan base that continues to grow with each season. Tom Orr and Kyle Bell exemplify the show's spirit, not just surviving but thriving through resilience, skill, and respect for the land. Their legacies remind us that even in a world dominated by technology and speed, the wilderness still calls to those willing to listen. So, what do you think? Is Mountain Men just another reality show, or does it offer something more? An invitation to reconnect with the wild, to embrace simplicity, and to find strength in solitude? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that inspire and inform. And before you go, check out the other videos on your screen for more captivating content about lives lived on the edge.